Hey guys, happy Merry Christmas Eve. I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and a great ending, followed by a new beginning for everybody, especially for those who have worked really hard um, in bettering themselves, their life circumstances, helping out, lending a hand to someone who they have felt has lesser circumstances, of which they've felt that that they could benefit from something, whether it's their time, their hand, for supporting them. And when I say hand, that can mean literally anything. It could be just helping someone out, volunteering, spending time with someone, and you know, this is the time of year where people feel really lonely, and it's just that's people that I'm feeling a lot, and I'd also like to say thank you to everybody watching me. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel. My channel is all about, and for the new subscribers and people who are new to my channel is all about, yes, empowerment, yes, inner power, yes. But mainly, my channel is all about accepting and embracing the multifaceted aspects of who we are. So, I just feel like I'd like to, before I proceed with what I would like to ultimately do here, is I am saying thank you to everybody that has been here with me, doing this with me, and I also say thank you to the gifts that you've given me, whether it's like a holiday gift, whether it's like a community type of thing, or if it's just us getting together and having a laugh and really being there for another. That's a very important gift for me, and vice versa. So I am practicing the art of appreciation and gratitude, and saying thank you to everybody that's been doing this with me, and for the viewers, and even those who love to watch me in general. So I'm going to do a little reading with my cards. I want to do a reading for the people that are in my community. I want to do a reading for the people that are coming together. And I want to do a reading for those who share the same path as me. And I want to do a reading for those who just feel a really strong calling and pull to get together and to really create your own community, tribe, crew. So I'm working with my deck. I have my other camera today, or right now. So this camera is a lot more clear. I really match with everything right now. The card deck, the wall, my lipstick, my art decor, and my little white snow sweater. So I just want you guys to laugh and like watch my videos and just laugh at me. I laugh at myself before anyone else does. So a little bit of guidance for Christmas, and let's do this. So that's come out. That's come out. What I usually do is when I shuffle the deck, like if there is a card that just looks at me, like at the bottom, I'm gonna pull it out if I feel a calling to. And I felt a calling. I'm also getting the feeling that I should totally that I should totally put on my hood. I'd probably look like a little cute, funny looking feathered animal. Maybe a snowy owl. Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh, these cards are awesome. Okay. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to get very in detail with each card. So I've pulled out a lot of cards here, okay? So there's no time limit on this, guys. Maybe that will be the last one. There's no time limit on this. So I'm just going to go. If it has to be 30 minutes, that's fine. If it has to be 40 minutes, that's fine. So I'm just going to, again, really proceed with giving my thanks and my honor to everybody, and my appreciation, and really, just go back to my old videos and really, truly tune into what it is that I am getting out there for the public. Because, however you want to view me may be correct. If you want to view me a certain way, that's your understanding. That's the level that you are on. And that is all that it is that you need to experience in your life. Okay. So let's proceed with this reading. And I'm going to wear my hood. And you can mock me a little. Because I look like a little snowy owl. Don't we match? Oh yeah, we match. Okay, I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I'm like totally like a little girl. I'm maybe like a 12-year-old girl, maybe younger. Sometimes I'm a boy. Sometimes I'm an old crone. See how the snowy owl is just like totally agreeing with me. Happy full moon. Some places of the world, the full moon's tonight. Some of it will be, or some places of the world. Another place will be at 11/11, the 25th, which is 11, 7, 8, 12, 2 as well, because 12 is December. So I need to stop so we can proceed. Yeah. I don't know why, I just got a feeling that you should look up snowy owl message. If you find anything, please comment below. Google it. Let me know. Because I feel like it's going to resonate. Something's going to, for someone in this community or in the future community that I'm building, I feel like it's going to resonate. Something's going to go together and it's going to blend. And we have here a sorceress. Yeah. So with this, I feel as though every single one of us is a god, a goddess, a sorcerer, a sorceress, a magician, a maggie, a magus. We are the controllers. I don't like that word, but it just came out of my mouth. We are the controllers of our own fate. We create our own destiny. We create our own life. Although we may not have the control of how this unfolds for all of us, but when we take the initial power and the initial inner power, outer power, whatever it is you want to call it. I don't really work with external things. Everything I view, you want to see it as an external thing, sure. But the way I view life is everything is internal that mirrors on an external. So, and you can also view that as a form of manifestation. But, and you know, 10 is also the beginning. Because we have a 0 and a 1. So we are creating a new beginning together, guys. We're locking and sealing the number 8, the life path 8, the number 8 in general. 2015 is the end of, you know, of everything. A lot of us are from past lives. We've come back together to work, to create this community. And so it is. And so we're working towards that. And even if we are still closing the past from the people that no longer serve us anymore. We're giving thanks and we're giving gratitude for them, for what they've brought into our lives, what they've taught us about ourselves. And we are closing it, and we are saying goodbye, and we are moving forward for this new beginning. And so the magician is now here present with us to say we are recreating a new life, a new beginning, a new phase, a new community, a new home, a new business, a new structure, a new love, a new life. And so this card over here completely confirms the last card. And so we've also come to the conclusion, and we've also come to the appreciation that when we work within, and we internally work within, and we work really, really hard to fulfill something for the self, that is like going back and giving appreciation, giving thanks, giving our time, giving our love, giving gifts, giving donations, and giving to those who we feel deserve to be given to. And so this card is literally resonating with the last Magus, Sorceress, as they come together to complete the number 8. As I mentioned, this is number 8, and then the new beginning. As I've said, 0 and 0 is 8. There's a 0 before the 1. And so they are here together. And although most of us, when we do magic, whether we actually do witchcraft and sit there and bring all the elements together consciously, or we just do this in other areas of our life, by writing, journaling, thinking, studying, or anything at all. And the spiral artwork in the background, it just looks amazing together. Look at that on top. We come to this conclusion that when we do something for the self, we also must be doing it for another, and vice versa. And you're gonna have to excuse my nail polish because I said I'd change it, but I haven't, so I've been lazy. Excuse that, please. But it matches the heart. But we've come to that realization. And so with this, we're beginning a new year. And in this new year, I feel that the father of time, you want to see him as Saturn, you want to see him as anything, just any higher organization, or recreating something that you thought you were building, whether it was taking other people's crap and building with it, or just going with your own thoughts. I see here that an old aspect of yourself is literally being taken away, and a new beginning, a new wing will replace it this year, this 2016 year. So I see that as a positive thing, because why I see that as a positive thing, because we've got the 2 of Hearts here. And so it feels to me as though when we let go of the past, when we let go of past ways on how we feel things, sorry about that, the video cut out. So we've come to that realization that the more we give, or the more we work, the more we receive, the more we must give. Because after all, even if we have all this knowledge, it's meant to be shared with others. So to continue, oh, and to say that the most, we've got my shaman's bell with my crystal quartz, so I'm just ringing my wind chimes here to match, or to kind of seal the deal for everything I just said. So May we be the sorcerers and sorceresses and magicians of our life and really, really work hard in saying goodbye. And even now, coming to that conclusion that we really have worked hard. And now it's time for us to give and to receive and to say goodbye. I hope you guys are laughing at me. Look at here. We have here, you know, this photo reminds me of, it might startle you, Kronos and Saturn devouring his own child. And that may startle you because you may think, what the heck? But if I'm not mistaken, Christmas initially, if we go back to the pagan roots and we look up Krampus or Saturnalia or god and goddess worshipping times, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I've created this as kind of like a shadowy, that the completion is on its way. Most of us have done lots of work. Most of us have done the work this year, but most of us have done the work in the last decade. I'm really sorry about that. It was the third time that the camera shut out. So I decided to take out my other camera to do the rest of the reading. And on that note, I'm going to take it that because it did take 3 times to shut out, that this card is really getting our attention here. And that you really have someone there to give you their love and give you their compassion. Whether it's something that's going on in your personal life right now. Because I feel that most of us are bringing our personal life into our communities, okay? And when I say community, that can literally be each of your own YouTube channels. That can be each of your own businesses, your family life, your careers, your hobbies, whatever it is. Your community is your own community. And some of us are coming together to create our communities together. And so a lot of us, you know, we're letting go of the old, oops, wrong card, but we can use that together. We're letting go of the old aspects of ourself or of our identity that no longer serve us, and that includes people, places, or things. And so when we remove that, we will really get to the heart of the matter, we will get to the truth of the matter, and we will see that love is what is keeping us together, binding us together, okay? And you can see this card as a community type of love. You can see it as a true inner love about ourselves. And we can kind of mirror that towards everybody that is doing this with us. But, you know, I truly believe that what you reside on, whatever vibration you reside on, is a vibration that you'll attract. And that's the type of people that will resonate with you on your new community. Those who are a certain way, believe a certain thing, work towards bringing forth a community, a service, a product, an establishment, a legacy that serves a certain purpose with ethics, morals, and things of that nature. Naturally, those people will come forth for you and they will prove naturally who they are to you. And with this card here, what I see is you know, and for me, it just recently happened where a few people, and I know in other people's lives it's recently happened and they regularly have gone through that. This picture, which is like a psychic vampire, somebody negative, someone that wants to come in and just mess things up and break down your tower in your building. But that's not the reality. It's an illusion. Those people who have even disguised themselves as to be this community-oriented, self-loving, self-empowered, gift-giving, gift-receiving, empowered, strong person that brings an aspect to the table, you'll find that this person or people, and I see this in every single one of us, we've had to go through this, is not going to last, will not be coming with us because they are showing their true colors. And I feel we've all been going through this at the same time right now because we're at a critical point where we've really built the tower. The new foundations have already grown. We're at the tip. So we're moving forward with that, okay? And because we're moving forward with that, what I see here now is that everybody really is moving forward. And although there's a man here directing everybody to move forward, what I'm picking up is each one of us has been guiding others. Each one of us. And it could be through each of our YouTube channels, each of our communities. We've all had to experience this. Guiding people, we've had to go through ups and downs, literally, because this is under the ocean. And I feel that by us really realizing that we've had to go through a lot, we've been tested with our patience, our determinations. We've even been tested with, is this what we want in the long run? Is this how we're going to do this in the long run? And a lot of things had to break down, and people had to leave and have to leave in order for you to really truly find the correct people to shake hands with so that you can move forward with a community, with a spirit family, with a tribe, and that idea, that aspect of coming together and really reciting on the vibrations and the frequencies of love, of bringing forth to the table education that really nobody else has experienced. And I'm not bashing other people. I'm not bashing what other people have to bring to the table. Everybody to each their own. And I really mean that. But when it comes to me, for example, and I'm going to use myself as an example, when it comes to me, not only am I all about authenticity, high ethics and morals, showing my faceted self, and wanting to be mirroring and working with others as myself, but to be really truly authentic and to be able to identify my flaws and allow myself to show that to the table and to my YouTube channel and how to better myself and better the situations. It takes a certain frequency and vibration to be able to be on that and to stay on that and not to envy another person. Why should I envy another person when I'm trying to better myself? And so focusing on someone else is not going to better myself. And so because I have come to that conclusion, I feel as though just me being who I am and speaking about my purpose and my path, for me to do that, is really, really grabbing the attention of those who really want to be on my community. Number 6 is a community number. The hearts is all about love, unconditional love, and watery, compassionate emotions. And I can sense, I can feel in my heart that there are so many people who really, truly appreciate and love me for what I do. And I'm so honored because a lot of people have come forth and really told me that. And some of them haven't told me that, but I can sense it and I pick up on it. And those who, like I said, going back to my last videos, those who have tried to harm me, tried to bash me, I feel that they've been put in my path to actually guide me and to strengthen my will to really truly do what it is that I'm meant to do. Because I believe obstacles and challenges are placed in front of us. If you want to see it as a test, but I'm not going to see it as a test, I'm going to see it as a way to really believe in myself more, because if people are going to take my identity and use it as their own, it means I really am a guide. And that one person in particular said, I don't need a guide, but everything she's saying is what I am. It's my life. Everything she's saying is my life. So it makes me, I'm glad because this person was claiming that wanted to be part of this, but that goes to show that the truth will always come forth. And even if I am flawed, and even if I do have my mistakes, my truths will always come forth too. And everybody's truths will come forth. And this is nothing to be afraid of. This is not something to be afraid of. And this is not something that you should feel that, okay, well, this is a lot of responsibility, or when you're at that place in time where you're content with who you are, you won't even have to see that part of yourself as a flaw. Like I always say, one person's flaw can be another person's strength. One person's perfection can be another person's whatever, right? Or one person's weakness can be another person's perfection. So it's all about finding your true people. And again, we're still at the end of 2015. So I feel that some of us are ready, and then some of us are just still kind of saying goodbye because we're still at that phase of, But in time, and with the Jack of Hearts, I see that, so she's saying goodbye. So it's saying goodbye to those people, those energies, the past, and really, really, we're in Mercury retrograde. It's not going to happen overnight. So people are still feeling the goodbyes. People are still clinging. Past people are still coming in. Excuse me. Past situations are still coming in. And so I'm here to be that beacon of light for all of you, that I'm willing to keep going forward and to mirror that, and so that you guys continue to move forward with your paths, because I'm not expecting anything of that nature where like this financial windfall. What I'm saying here is when I do the work, other people will naturally, when they do the work, naturally something will happen that will just really come together. And all of us are literally at the top of that pyramid, those that are coming together, and the ones who complete the pyramid will be together. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna be a little... I had something going on here. So, okay, I'm sorry I had to check that, but I'm going to shuffle my cards. And then we've got a card here. And we've got a card here. And with that, to move forward, guys, we got the Three of Hearts. And so there's a lot of talk going on, and there's other people listening. So if you want to see them as enemies, I really don't like that aspect or identity or like term of having an enemy, because your greatest enemy is yourself, or your old self, or an aspect of yourself. But some people do have envious issues. Some people say they're here to protect you and support you, and then they have your back betrayed. So I just feel that all of us are just really saying goodbye to that life. And you know what? In the future, if that was to happen, you'd be able to you'd be in a strong bond in this community, or in a community where you've built with the right people. And when I say build, I feel like each of us have already built our solid foundations, and our trees have already grown. And so because we've done that individually, naturally, we are coming together. So for that one girl that freaked out on me, or that's over not to have to rely on anyone, that doesn't make sense, because again, like I said, she relies on finances from her husband. Her husband pays her. And so these are just definitions. And a lot of times people don't know what they're saying when it comes to definitions. And for me, that was a good wake-up call, because it really gave me that perception and that awakening call that she's not going to be doing this with me. And that a year and more of her being subscribed to my channel and talking to me and connecting with me was literally just being me and my life, what she was mirroring. So she wasn't being her authentic self. She was just ripping and taking my storyline and making it as her own. And that goes to show that. And you know what? If you're going to take aspects and perceptions and ideas from other people, that's great. It's good to be a beacon of light for others and inspiration for others. And if you're going to take something, take it and create it as your own. You know, give thanks, give credit to those people who have inspired you. But, you know, take it as your own. It's kind of like there's a law, you know, there's a copyright law where if you literally take word by word and you rewrite or you write from a book, you take every single word and you copy it, that's copy infringement. But if you take certain words and you recreate it as your own, is it copy infringement? No, because you're adding your own writing style to it. And so with that, you know, there's that person just listening there. And I feel like each of us have been through that. And so, like I said, no one's going to be able to stop our communities from going forward. Nobody's going to be able to stop you with your business, with your hobby. Nobody and nothing. And that really goes to show that this woman literally came with like this dagger trying to knock me out and trying to knock my energies out, because she envies me and she envies the possibilities of what we're creating. And with her envy and with his envy, because there's a man also who, because I did not sleep with him, and I'm going to say it, I have nothing to hide. He expected me to sleep with him, and he expected me to sleep with only him. I never said I would, but he thought for him I would, because he's in this community, and that was given me a great thing to say, you know what, goodbye. And so he's been gone, and so that's a good thing, and it strengthens my ethics. And I just feel that when people like that come in to shatter or to kind of pretend, like he said Judas, to pretend, you know, first he's Peter, then all of a sudden he's Judas, and then he just really locked and sealed it because he called Peter Satan, and then all of a sudden he became Judas. First he said he was Peter. Peter was intelligent. Then he said, Jesus said, Peter is Satan, get behind me. And then all of a sudden he became Judas, and Judas hung himself, which is what these people do. They hang themselves. And they really do create their own fate. They create their own fate. So I'm creating my own fate, and I'm moving forward with my own fate, and that is to proceed and to be determined enough to know that I am doing this, and I will always continue to do this. And with that, this is where it leads me. This is where it leads all of you. And this is a marriage. It is a partnership. It is a business marriage, which is you don't really have to get married. It can be a girl and you can have a business. Business is like marriage. It is companionship. And, you know, there's lots of nights there, and there's people in the building because everybody wants this, okay? So there's nothing but love, compassion, community work, support, okay? People are congratulating, and it does not matter what is happening outside of yourselves, because when your root is strong, when your support system is strong, when everybody is strong individually, they naturally attract those who are strong individually, and that is how you build a real, true community. And that is the end of this Christmas reading. I want to wish, again, every single one of you a Merry Christmas. I'm saying goodbye to everybody, even to those who wish ill of me. I love you anyways. May this end of the year be a nice time for you to really, really, truly appreciate everything around you. And to know that the ultimate way to experience life is to be yourself, to be your authentic self, okay? And good night and farewell.